Alright, so what I got going on here today, this piece right here was kicked out. It was a couple degrees, where the other side was perfectly lined up with the frame. Originally, when you walk down and look at this sucker, it was usually kicked off just dig them a good bit. Reason being, I got a little weld happy, and as I was doing my passes on this side, I didn't do quite enough on the inside, which, as you know, when you weld, it's going to suck it outward. So I tried to cut an inch off this tubing right here, pull it in with this ratchet strap, like on the other side. There's that piece I cut off right there. Getting ready to tack this all up in place. Got my handy ratchet strap. Turn these back on. But let's see if you can get a view of that. All right, 8980. This frame ain't perfect, but let's see how good we can get it. 8970, so 0.10, where it should be at. 8920. $89.50. That's good enough for the girls I go with. Just a little update on what I'm doing. So about to weld that in place. Once I pull that up, then I'll be able to start marking out these axles, welding on my brackets, front and rear. Alright, so after I pulled the ratchet strap off, it jumped out to 88.90. This side jumped around to 89.90. So we're exactly 1 degree out from being exactly where I wanted it. Now that puts it, that makes it less than a degree right there actually. $89.90. $89.90. $88.70. $89.40. So it's still less than a degree. Ain't absolutely perfect, but we ain't getting a piano. Alright, I haven't really done an updated video here in a little while. I've been busy with a lot of other things. I'm currently working on starting up a YouTube channel. So a lot of this progress I've been doing, it's all going to be on there. It's going to take me a minute to learn how to edit video and everything, but I got a whole new 360 camera system. Ended up having to cut this down an inch and pull it in because I was about a degree, I believe it was 1.5 degrees off compared to the frame. This side was lined up perfect. So you can see I already got my home joint just kind of dangling in place right now, nothing permanent. This is what I was just now working on right here, was fabricating my brackets, bolting it all up. There is a gap. Not much, but there is a gap. Those brackets were actually given to me by a buddy of mine, and they're free, so I didn't have to pay a dime for them. I just had to cut them down to make them fit my needs. They did have a 5/8 hole. I had to drill them out to a 1-inch. I had to cut this top section off. It went up probably about yay high. And where I grinded that bevel, I had actually cut it down because it actually came out. I don't know if I can do it like this. It actually came up and then went off to about a 45-degree angle. So I cut them straight, put a bevel on them, that way I can get a good weld. Like I said, these are just tacked in place. I'm going to run quite a few passes to fill in that. But they will be solid as a rock, and I ain't got to worry about them moving. That's what's been going on here lately. Let's see, what else is there? Not too much. This is the new 360 camera, I believe. I get tongue-tied. I'll be using for everything. That way I can be recording everything going on the whole time while I'm welding, cutting, grinding, just full 9 yards. But just a little updated video. By the way, I am contemplating getting rid of this motor here and going with something a good bit bigger. So if I do that, then the build's going to take a little bit longer to get on the road. But that 6.0 will be nothing compared to the amount of horsepower will be coming out of this truck I'm building. So I think I might just be patient, build it how I want it, and shoot, have all the horsepower in the world. Got this sucker moister than an oyster. Working on putting the top hat on it right now. Got to spinning it. Man, I found the chocolate milk. Gotta clean this sucker out once I get it done. Yep. Y'all ever seen a 454 putting a 0 turn? There you have it. Episode 2. I got it stuck in a rut. I need that more power. Alright, so back on track. Had to do a little finagling. I get the old sister-in-law over here and have her pull it forward while I, manhandle things, but we got it out. So after many burnouts, came to the conclusion, it's not going nowhere. I just need to figure out how the hell I'm going to get this sucker in the shop. This is going to be fun. Alright, well I just got it put up. Had to pull out at an angle. It was sketchy per usual, like everything else I do around here. Leaked out some oil, but that oil don't look bad at all. So maybe this motor was freshly rebuilt before it sat up and somewhat rotted. But hey, this little old Harbor Freight 600-pound rated little cart thing worked out pretty well. See, it's pouring out there and out there. You can see it at all. But it looks like I'll only be using the block, crank, piston rods. Gonna have all new heads and intake, oil pan. I'll see a new torque converter too. But this is a new motor for the mud truck. Man, I thought I broke my little trailer. Hard to tell with a single, but lean a little bit to the driver's side. I come over here and I picked up on it. It just sank down a good bit. Alright, so I just got to sit on the ground. And it ain't much, but That sucker turns over. Looks like we're gonna have a good candidate for them head swap and everything else gonna be done to it. So just pop these out, these two freeze plugs just in the rear. Let's see if I can get some, there we go, there's some light. I mean, it's definitely, you know, dig-outable, but what the hell? I don't know what to think about this. I mean, what'd they do? Pack this thing full of dirt and just fill it up full of water? I don't know what to think about this. I guess just flush it out. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, is that a gecko egg in there? Sure as hell looks like it. Huh. Alright. Got this Milwaukee cordless wire wheel going. Got a little bit of it knocked out. Cleaned up pretty nice. Still having to tackle the roof front. Or this other side. Before and after right there, how bad it was. Anyways, I'll get this all cleaned up, wire wheeled, everything getting to it. Later on, going upon the black paint, whatever color I decide to go with, and then I'll go ahead and pull the head, oil paint, everything else after all the paint's complete. And I got them brass freeze plugs coming in tomorrow, so it's coming along.